Alright, so what's up guys, it's Matterz. I want to make a video here talking specifically about wonder weapons within Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC 4 Revelations. Again, I haven't really made a video since the leaked information specifically about wonder weapons. We saw the trailer, or at least the intro cutscene, and then the sneak peek teaser trailer within today and yesterday, only a few days ago. We really actually understand now what Revelations is going to be all about. We still have to see a gameplay trailer, and maybe the gameplay trailer, just like the Garad Krovi gameplay trailer, will reveal maybe at least what the wonder weapon is going to be like. Obviously, Garad Krovi, it showed the main wonder weapon, which was the Reagan Mark III, within the mystery box within the first gameplay trailer, so maybe we'll see the same thing for Revelations. I'm not so sure. But we do have some confirmation as of now of what we're expecting in the form of wonder weapons, obviously, for Revelations, and we're also going to be looking at something very interesting regarding the remaster maps and why those maps may correlate with a specific wonder weapon. And again, you've been seeing Kino, Mob of the Dead. What if those maps relate with the specific wonder weapons that they had, and you can actually use those wonder weapons on this map? And I'll talk about why in a second. There'll be bleeding universes and all of that insane stuff, and how it could make sense and how it'd be freaking insane if you actually saw that, and just it seems like it's a possibility as of now, so I think it's gonna be really cool. I want to start off with the leaked information regarding the Origin Staffs, because that's obviously something we really want. The Origin Staffs, man, we're so sick. And also, obviously, the Apothicon Servant and upgrading the Apothicon Servant. Sort of the ideas behind those two, how we have some information regarding those two, and then moving on to the remaster maps, wonder weapons, and whatnot. So it's going to be pretty insane. If we can go for a 500 like goal, that'd be freaking insane. The videos we've been doing recently have been freaking destroying the like goals like there's no tomorrow. We've hit 850 likes, 400 likes, 500 likes, 400 likes, 800 likes. It's just insane the past 2 days. So thank you guys so much. The DLC 4 hype is freaking real. Thank you guys so much. 500 likes is our like goal, and let's get started. So again, like I said, I want to start off here with what we have so far regarding the leaked information, and the leaked information is also obviously backed up with stuff that was said by Jason Blundell and just random interviews with Treyarch and random hints and teases throughout the past year regarding Black Ops 3 Zombies. So starting off here with the Origin Staffs, a bit recent. Again, we've seen stuff hinted within the code regarding it, but now like the Dalek JD interview with Jason Blundell, where Jason Blundell flat out says, Mr. Dalek JD asked the question. Mr. Dalek JD was like, Jason, are we going to see these staffs from Origins return? Because I would really love them to return. And he said, yes. And it was that simple. He literally just said yes. And we didn't know at the time like whether or not it was going to be for remastered maps or if it was going to be in like a comic book series. But looking at this map now, I think the Origin Staffs are very possible to be returning. It looks like we're back in that original Origin storyline with the house being there, with this being the official end to the game, with us returning to the original storyline. The staffs, the original staffs being there is an interesting possibility, and we talked about them either being the Origin Staffs or potentially like the actual Great War Apothicon Keeper staffs that we saw, the original staffs, because obviously the ones from Origins are just Maxis's replicas, and those aren't the original actual staffs from the Great War. And now that it looks like we're basically going to the Great War, we might see these original Origin staffs. Now this is another thing, this relates back to the remaster maps, and I'll talk about this in a second, why we may make these connections between the remaster maps and wonder weapons. But Origins was seen, at least a part of Origins, and certain little sections like Generator 1 or something, Generator 3 or 1, then another different corridor and a different location in the beginning of the teaser trailer from 2 days ago. We saw that stuff, and what if we're on that map, Origins? Obviously, it looks like it's not going to be a separate remaster map. It's going to be within Revelations. A certain part of Revelations will have Origins, and obviously all of the other stuff. So maybe, since that part will have Origins, we will have a couple of the staffs, maybe not all of the staffs, but maybe like 1 or 2 staffs, just because a certain part of the map has that location, has all of the universes bleeding together, and along with the universes bleeding together, along with these maps bleeding together, obviously their weapons and their wonder weapons will bleed together as well. So Jason Blundell said it as well, hinted at it, but we also can see it just from the map in general, from looking at the trailer. So again, before we talk about the other remaster maps, we really need to talk about, again, the Apothicon Servant, because that is something just so freaking intriguing, and it really has been talked about time and time again, all the way back from Shadows of Evil, when it first was discovered that you can upgrade it, and then it was discovered back in January that you actually couldn't officially upgrade it, and they took it out of the game. All the cocoons and all those steps that we were talking about regarding the Shadows of Evil upgraded wonder weapon, they were taken out, and that was really it. And we saw an interview around a month later, I think it was right before Ragnarok or something, and basically, no, I think it was right during Ragnarok, so I don't know, I'm not so sure, around that time, maybe in February and whatnot, and Noah J did an interview with Jason Blundell, and you guys know that was the infamous quote where Jason Blundell was like, the Apothicon Servant is not upgradable in Shadows of Evil. That's the craziest thing Jason Blundell honestly has ever said, man. It really is, because to this day, We don't know what he means. Obviously, he meant that it's not upgradable in Shadows of Evil. The sarcasm there meaning that it's upgradable in a different map. Not Shadows of Evil, obviously, but in a different map, and the sarcasm's obviously there. Dryzendrak, Garad Krovis, Asuna, the Giant, everything we've seen, not upgradable. This is the last final map, DLC 4, in which we can actually see the Apothicon Servant, and I think this map specifically, with literally the intro cutscene stating that these Apothicons are coming to kill us. You see Apothicon dragons within the sky. This is the map where we're going to see the upgraded Apothicon Servant. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know, again, if it's going to be the main Wonder Weapon. I don't know if it's only going to be for an Easter egg, but we're going to see the Apothicon Servant, and we're going to be able to upgrade. I'm telling you, it's definitely going to happen. Just the whole fact that Jason Blundell hinted at that, and this is the last possible map in which we would be able to upgrade it, and also because of the fact that it's legit DLC 4. You have Apothicons, you have Keepers, you're going back to the Great War. At least it seems like a Great War. We're not so sure exactly what the time period is, but it seems like some sort of version of the Great War, at least within these, you know, with the Shadow Man, the Apothicons, and the Keepers, and Dr. Monty, and all this insane stuff. It's the same sort of idea of what we're expecting with a Great War, with these Apothicon Keepers having the Apothicon Servant, potentially using their energy to actually have the Wonder Weapon. However it's used, the Wonder Weapon is going to be there, guys. We already know it's going to happen. So again, those are the two first Wonder Weapons that we sort of have an idea, and we sort of have confirmation, although they both are, especially the Apothicon Servant. The Apothicon Servant was found in the code as well. There was a recent patch from around a week or two ago, literally saying that, yes, it will be in the code for DLC 4, it will be there for DLC 4, and with the code has leaked so much stuff for DLC 4 about the children, about a lot of stuff about the house, and it all came true. So I think the Apothicon Servant will be something else that will probably be coming true. So much evidence for it. It's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna be freaking insane, and we'll be able to upgrade it. So get ready for that. But again, those are the two basically confirmed Wonder Weapons coming. I don't know how that's gonna work out, honestly. We're gonna have multiple Wonder Weapons. It looks like that's the case, but here's the stuff that's actually a bit interesting. I want to throw this within the video. You see the remaster maps on this game in the trailer, especially from the other day, the first sneak peek teaser trailer, what they called it. And obviously, you see a couple of those remaster maps within Revelations. Now, this is because the universe is bleeding together, this fractured universe that we know, all of these different dimensions and whatnot, they're all coming together into one, and that's why this huge explosion's being created, and that's why the Apothicons are all coming together, and that's why there's just chaos. The Shadow Man just blew everything up. The Shadow Man really just started and ruined everything with this. There were already separate universes, and there was already so many different, like, infinite universes with infinite characters and whatnot, but the Shadow Man literally bringing it all together in the worst way possible, and that's why these maps are coming together. So Kino, Dryzendrak, Nocturne Tonin, Origins, Shangri-La, Mob of the Dead, all these different maps that we saw within that trailer are probably going to be playable on the map, and the reason why I say that is because you see wall buys on those maps. Obviously, they wouldn't put wall buys for no reason. Wall buys signifying that you would be able to play and run around and buy guns in that location. Now, because of that as well, you see zombies within the not intro cutscene that we saw today, obviously. It looks like those parts of the map we're going to be playing. So what if certain sections of these games, because the universes are bleeding together, certain sections of the map, you have certain areas of these old remaster maps coming back with their lore, with their weapons, with their Wonder Weapons returning as well. Maybe they're not in the same form. I mean, you can make the case that the universes are bleeding together. So let's say again, with Kino, you see the Thunder Gun return. But the Thunder Gun's not exactly in its original form. It's slightly altered. Maybe the Thunder Gun's actually corrupted by the Apothicon, so it actually has sort of this crazy, like, sort of throbbing red orb feel that you see with the Apothicons, and like all this like really weird, like alien looking stuff. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's basically inscribed with like these Apothicon veins on it. You know how like vines intrude on like a building when it's like abandoned and whatnot. Sort of like the Kino image, how the trees were like growing inside this abandoned movie theater. Same thing like the Thunder Gun, since it's bleeding with this Apothicon universe, it sort of turns into this Apothicon Thunder Gun. Same thing again with Origins, with the staffs potentially. We saw Origins within this trailer. It could be that 1, 2, and maybe even all 4 of the staffs return, but they're not actually the original sort of clean, crisp staffs before. They're the original staffs, but they're also corrupted by the Apothecon's power. The Apothicons themselves, they corrupt beings, they corrupt souls. That's what they do. They corrupt the world, so they can very well just corrupt the Wonder Weapons as well. Mob of the Dead as well, the Blundergat, Vitriolic Withering. You know, whatever it is, it's gonna be corrupted by these Apothicons, and the fact that these universes are bleeding together, I think it's very, very, very possible. It's not only see a version of the Blundergat. Maybe even, I saw on Reddit also, the Hell's Retriever would be sick as well to see. Maybe if we're not going to see the Blundergat, at least bring back the Hell's Retriever. Bring back at least one sort of main wonder weapon or main sort of asset from each of the maps we saw bleeding together within Revelations to make it sort of insane, to make it realistic that yes, these maps truly are bleeding together, because not only do we see the map, we also see the wonder weapons that are associated with these maps. So basically what I'm getting at here is all the wonder weapons we're seeing, all the different maps we're seeing, correlated with each other, would bleed together into this one map, Revelations, and that would form for the ultimate map with so many freaking wonder weapons. I don't even know how that would work out. I don't know what they're gonna do, whether or not all these wonder weapons are gonna be in the box, whether or not you get 2 wonder weapons per player. Like, I don't know. I have no clue what they're going to do, honestly. There's so many possibilities. I don't know if this map's gonna have its own main wonder weapon and we're not gonna see any other wonder weapons return, which would make no sense, but it could as well. We'll have to see what happens. So many possibilities here. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hope you guys did enjoy, and let me know in the comment section below, like, what wonder weapon you want to see within this game. Maybe based on the maps that we saw, or maybe just a wonder weapon in general that you just want, that you've seen within COD Zombies, that you just want to happen. You want them to bring it back because it's just so cool, whatever. It doesn't really need to make sense or not. Just let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.